On the 14th of June this year, Liverpool unveiled their marquee summer signing in the form of Uruguayan striker Darwin Nunez. The Reds completed a deal with Portuguese side Benfica worth up to £80 million, which would make Nunez their most expensive signing ever, should all of the add-on requirements be met. Liverpool are only 11 games into their 2022-23 campaign, and Nunez is already being written off by many opposition supporters, and even some sections of the Liverpool fanbase are asking questions. Is this criticism warranted? I'm here to show you why the Reds have nothing to fear when it comes to their new number 27, and why people should give the 23-year-old time before they jump to conclusions about his ability and potential. At time of recording, Nunez has played a total of 340 minutes for the Reds out of a potential 990, not including added time, which is the equivalent of playing less than 34% of game time this season. He has made 8 appearances, and within which has come on off the bench 5 times and been substituted off twice, so he hasn't had the most settled start in terms of involvement within a settled side with a clear plan. Also feeding into this is that Liverpool just haven't been playing particularly well so far this season, winning only 2 of their first 7 Premier League games. Jurgen Klopp had this to say regarding Nunez in relation to the team's performances this season.
Yeah, of course he's still adapting, how players always adapt, and this is now the new players come in, and everybody talks about them and wants them to shine immediately. That happens from time to time, and sometimes not. And we only yesterday we had a long talk with Pep Linders, because my Spanish or Portuguese is still not better, and we just told him we are completely calm. So it's really important in our situation that he's now not starting, and he's not looking like he's worrying or whatever. So that why didn't start this game? He came from international, and he had a, how can I say, DOMS in the hamstring. So when you get this information from them, the medical department gives you some kind of minutes. How long is he allowed to play? And don't start anybody who's allowed to play 20 minutes or 15. So that's that reason. But I know then it's again this kind of discussion what we open up a little bit from the outside for the outside world. Of course, the 3 game suspension didn't help him to settle. That's clear. But that's pretty much all. The team is not flying. That makes it not easier for a striker, especially not for a finisher. It's not that we create chances, but it's not that everything is clicking and we just put one player and he finishes our situation. So that's not our situation at the moment, as much as I wish it would be, and that's all.
Jurgen mentions that Darwin speaks very little to no English, and following the 2-0 Rangers win in the Champions League, Nunez spoke to Brazilian media outlet TNT and said, "The truth is, I honestly don't understand anything when Jurgen speaks in team talks. Of course, I asked my teammates to see what he has said, but I think he is very clear about his style of play. He asks us to do simple things, to not be afraid to play games, to have confidence. Sometimes I feel a little indecisive. I don't feel completely confident, but as time goes on, it gets better. The coach always gives me confidence, and the goals will come. It's like ketchup. When a little bit comes out, it all comes out." Born in Artigas, Uruguay, Nunez moved out of the country at 20 years old when Spanish second division side UD Almeria picked him up in 2019, and it would have been similar surroundings for him in a Spanish-speaking country. This until the following year when Portuguese side Benfica recognised his talent and brought him to Lisbon. Although this now meant that Nunez resided in a Portuguese-speaking country, the language and culture wouldn't be too dissimilar to what he was used to at home. So fast forward to this summer. A Liverpool move would have likely been the biggest culture shock as he's seen so far in his career. Adapting to this language and lifestyle has to be taken into consideration when drawing up opinions on the 23-year-old. It's a common trend amongst Jurgen Klopp signings that it takes time for them to adapt to his system and really get a feel for his style of play. The main examples of this would be the integration of Andy Robertson and Fabinho into the side. Neither made an instant impact on the back of making the move to Merseyside, and this may not necessarily be the case with Nunez, but all the signs suggest that the best is yet to come. It doesn't help that Nunez is constantly compared to the out-of-this-world Erling Haaland. Due to them being a similar age, play style, same position, and both making big money moves to England's top 2 clubs within the same window, it was always going to be the narrative for the 2 strikers. This isn't to suggest that Nunez can't reach great heights, as a tweak in formation for Liverpool against Rangers was designed to best utilise his talents, and last week we saw a more dangerous threat from him going forward. This is something that Jurgen Klopp is very optimistic about.
One of the things he showed so far in all the games he played, that he brings himself quite frequently in good finishing positions, which is actually the most important thing for a striker, and that's why everybody should be or could be very optimistic about what's coming from him in the future.
It was just the change in formation as well. Is that something you're thinking you found a way to move forward now? Is this the plan for the future?
No, the thing is, for us, it's much more important that we become unpredictable again, and we need different systems for that as well. And so this is not the only system we can play. This was now a 4-4-2. That's always when you name systems, it's a 4-3-3 or it's a 5-4-5-1. So it's a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1. Maybe don't want to make it more complicated than it is, but there are obviously different systems for us available, and we have to choose from now on which one is the best for the next opponent, and or the best for us in the moment. And yeah, but how I said, we have to be more unpredictable, definitely.
Just how Darwin Nunez will go down in the history books for Liverpool is still yet to be seen. But one thing is for sure, it is way too early to be coming to conclusions on the striker. He shows great determination and emotion, maybe a little bit too much sometimes.
He has to calm himself down.
But we'll have to see how the forward will adapt to Jurgen Klopp's system and life in England in the months to come. Drop your opinions down below and leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching.